Naha poso ne chamat na manewa. Mashikta mauni skunoto wakua. Mashikta mauni. We are komasaitu. Shane Webster ne aswesian. Macha wasa mamache tane natakam. Ni tota manu yaw owasa no na katno mashikta makana nis nikia and then watwan. Nikata manwach kikitim. Chamokamane wait na saying Sakata mauni we kikaki na ku yosiope. Hello, everybody. My name is Shane Webster. I just introduced myself in the Menominee language. My clan is Bear Clan from my father, and I have some Turtle Clan from my mother. I'm from Buchikit, which means the water that's in spite of itself. When that water comes to that bay of Green Bay, and it goes back out and it comes back in, that's what that means, that Buchikit, that water that's in spite of itself, that kind of like argues with itself a little bit. They call it Green Bay. My given name is Machawasa, which closely translates to the Great Protector or the Great Bear in the Menominee language. Today, we're going to share a little bit of our culture with you. These are all social dances that we're going to share with you today. There's no, we don't bring our ceremonial songs out to public. We have them at home, so whenever you see this powwow style, it's all of our social dances. And when we sing, when we come in here, we sing what's called a grand entry song. And in that grand entry song, we'll see the warriors come in first. When they come in, we used to be the movers. That's the Menominee and all of our people. We moved around. When it was summertime, we moved to the lake so we can get cool.
We're in Appleton,
breeze off that lake.
Wisconsin.
And when it was winter, we moved into the hills for the protection of the trees from that wind and that cold from that winter. So when we moved in this way, those warriors in the front would protect the ones that were coming through, all of them. So when we moved kind of like in a single file or however you want to call it, whatever you want to say. But that's there's a little bit more into it from other tribes. They have their own stories. We have our stories, and they have their stories, but they're similar and in the fact that the Creator gave this to us so that way we can live in harmony with each other. That way we can live in harmony with our earth, with our water, and with our resources. So we're gonna do a grand entry song, and when they come in, you'll see how they come in and they'll complete a whole circle. Because everything in life is a circle. Our circle of life, we're born. We hit 4 stages of our life, and then we go to that thunder stage, and then after that thunder stage, we go back to the spirit world, and then our life circle begins again. So when they come in, they're going to come in and they're going to do a little small circle to complete that circle of life. And with that, Thank you for that round of applause. I'd like to introduce to you my daughter.
I do stay busy.
This little girl here is by us all the time. Every time we do things like this, we always remember that our children are our most valuable resource. And a lot of people, they wanna like shoot their babies away. Like, don't do that. I'm speaking now. But as our community, we're taught that they are the ones that are going to carry this way on.
Sorry, guys.
This way that we're living. They're going to be the ones that are going to carry that song, that dance. So when they come over by us and they nag us and we want to hold them there. So what we do, we hold them and we show them that this is what they're going to do. Unless they want to get down like she does. Yeah, I think she's had enough of that one. Spotlight our men traditional dancers. And this is the oldest form of dance that we have as Indian people. Our Native American people is our better term for it. When this dance came about, the Ojibwe people, when they first got this dance, it is said that the Creator, when he put his hands on this earth, he molded the first man. And when he put that man on the earth, his feet started to go, like how you would put a baby down and the baby started running. Kind of like that similar thing. So when this first man got on this earth, the Creator gave us this dance style.
Thank you, guys. Sorry,
the first man started dancing. And then that was to honor that Creator that gave him that life, that breath of life. He breathed air into his lungs and he gave that water to us so that way we can nourish ourselves. So this is the oldest form of dance. And you see all of the feathers on our men's traditional. Each one of them feathers are earned. They earned all of the feathers. They earned the two feathers on his roach on top of his head. The fan, eagle feather fan, was earned in some way, fashion, or form. Whether he did a good deed or he protected somebody or went to war. And when he dances, he's going to depict a battle or a hunt that he's going to be on. When you see him, he hit them downbeats. They're called honor beats. They're thunder beats. The ones that take that are prayers to the Creator. When he dances, he's going to show you a story. He's going to tell you his story. Thank you for your applause. I was just told by my daughter that we only have a certain amount of time to joke around. When we do these dances and all these things, we hear that drum beat. That drum beat is that life. And when you hit that drum, it echoes throughout the land. And when you feel that power, that energy, that good life and that good energy coming from that drum, that's that Creator giving you a boost in your life, giving you have fun. It's telling you to get up and dance and do these things that maybe you're stressed out in life and you're not thinking correctly in your mind. You can come here and you can listen to these dances and you can listen to them drummers singing, and that'll clear all of that frustration and that fogginess out of your mind. So this is what this drum represents to our people, is a renewal of faith, a renewal of life. And in this next dance, we see our women's traditional, who are the grandmothers, who are the keepers of the language. They're the ones that are stern, that'll make you go grab your switch. They'll make you grab a switch. They won't grab it for you. They'll say, hey, if you're going to do something bad, you're going to go grab a switch and you're going to come back and then we're going to talk about it. So yeah, these are our grandmas. They're nothing to play with. These women here. So they're our enforcers of our people. We listen to them. It's their house. It's their law. So with that, with the beauty and the grace of the women's traditional dance. Round of applause. All right. Real quick, I also wanted to bring to your attention the drumming and the singing. When we sing, we get onto that higher octave, that higher level. And what's told to us is when we sing, we get onto the level of them birds that are in those trees. And when we get on that level, we pray. It's a form of prayer. We're praying for everybody to have that strength, that health, and that good life. And when them birds hear our prayer, they take that prayer to the eagle, which the eagle is the one that takes our prayers to the Creator. They're the bird that flies the highest and sees the farthest. That's why that eagle is so important to us as Native American people.
I love you.
That bird has seen our Creator. So when he takes that prayer out, the Creator can, look at us and he'll be like, oh, they're doing good things. They're being positive. They're in a positive way. And then that Creator will send down that electrical charge, like I said, that'll come to our bodies. And it'll rejuvenate our spirit.
Sorry, guys.
And when that happens, we're given that life back that we emanate to everybody else when we help people. When we help our fellow person on this earth that takes life from us, that we give that life to them. And so that leaves us depleted a little bit sometimes when we help and we help and we help. And we keep giving and we keep offering our help, but nobody helps us back. So when we come here and we hear these dances and we hear these singing, that Creator is bringing us life in return for us. It's a life cycle. It's like a circle of life, like how I was saying. And now we'll introduce our next dance, which is the grass dancers. All right, this is a treat right here, fellas and fillettes. Is that a word, fillettes? I'm not sure. Chicken fillet, maybe. I'm getting a little bit hungry. So in this dance, there's a whole story to every dance, but we only have a limited time. The version that we're gonna say is he represents the swaying grass in the fields. This has come from our Sac and Fox and Meskwaki Nation people. And when you see them dancing, they're reminiscent of that grass that blows along the prairie. That goes this way and it goes that way. And whatever he does on his right foot, he'll mimic the left foot. Everything is mirrored. You'll see. And what this dance tells us is sometimes there's things that's going to happen that's out of our control. We're not going to be able to control everything. And I know there's a lot of people out there, including myself, sometimes that need to feel like we're in control. And there's things out there that we're not going to be in control of. And this dance right here depicts that the Creator wants us to know that you can go with the flow. You don't have to control everything. You can go with it. You can see what happens. You can have faith. This is a dance of faith. So with that, the grass dance.
Oh, wow. Wasn't that awesome? Ah, thank you.
All right, stop on time. Drummer 0, dancer 1. As you hear more and more as we come to our gatherings like this, you'll hear the songs go 2 times through or 4 times through. And you'll hear one person that'll lead. It's called a lead. And then the rest of the drum will second. Whatever that leader sings, he will second that. And we do these 4 times. And the reason why we do it 4 times is to honor each grandfather that sits in each direction, that north.
These girls are my nieces.
That east and that west. The grandfather in the north, the one of wisdom, the grandfather in
the 2 little girls are sisters, they're my nieces.
And the grandfather to the east that watches over our newborns, and the grandfather in the west that takes our members back home when they make that final journey.
One in the orange is my stepdaughter's girlfriend.
When we feel that our lives are kind of out of balance a little bit, and we feel like that, like in the middle of the week, they don't call it hump day for nothing. You know what I mean? It feels like the stresses of the days, and then you're just waiting for Friday, and you're just waiting for that release.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
When we do that, when we release that, we pray to them 4 grandfathers that they look over us, that they watch over us, and that they see what we're doing. And this next dance ties into that. This is our medicine dress from the Ojibwe Mille Lacs Lake Band of Ojibwe. And each cone on their dress represents one of the days of the week. One of the days, those are all days that that they prayed for. Each one of them
I'm gonna
cones
move
that I
back
put on
here.
that dress is prayed for before it's sewn on. And when they dance, they make that shook, shook, shook sound. And that sound is what scares away all of them negative, the negative feelings that plague us, that sickness, that cough, that congested, that fuzziness in our head, that scares that off. And when they pray, they dance.
I had to move back.
Or when they dance, they pray. And they think of all of their grandmas and their ancestors before them that gave that dress to us. So when you see these dances and you hear this drum beat, it all ties into positivity. It all ties into that positive energy that we get. So with that, we'll do this song for our women's jingle.
Yay, Mia!
Awesome. I'd like to give a shout out to the youngest one out there who's just learning.
She's cute. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm
She's
crying
4
over
years
here.
old. She's out there. This is actually my most favorite category of all of them, the men's fancy. And these guys, they run 5 miles a day. They do all kinds of jumps and sometimes cartwheels, flips, everything. And they just have fun out there. You'll see them dancing, they're smiling, they're exerting that energy. When they exert that energy comes out to everybody that's sitting around and spectating. And it's said that everybody that's here today or tonight or at the gathering that we're going to be at, they're the ones that are supposed to be there. The Creator gave them a good path to get here, so that way we can all experience this together. And when we see this men's fancies dance, you'll understand why we made this journey here, why we got up and we made it over here, even though it's a little bit cold. When you see this dancer, you're going to think, man, you know, it's not that bad. Everything is cool, everything is good. And that's the intent of our dances, is to help everybody have that good feeling in their heart. So with that, men's fancy. Men's Fancy. Give him a round of applause. That was awesome. Good work. At this time, because of the time restraints and the multiversal factor. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna do what's called a closing song, and it's the same thing as when we brought everybody in. The same thing, like I said in the beginning, when we move from place to place, the warriors that go in the front to make sure everything is safe for our women and our children and our elders. So when we sing this song, we're not saying that everything is done. Our feelings are still there. Our feelings of friendship and our feelings of everything is still here. It's just a closing for the dance part of it. And when we sing this song, we're asking that Creator, that Giver of life, that He watches over everybody that's here today, that He watches over these dancers, He watches over these singers, and that we all find our relatives the same way that we left them, in a good way. We find them in good spirits as we leave here with good spirits. That positive energy that we received when we got here. So when we sing this song, we're asking that Creator to watch over everybody. Not just one person or a group of people, but everybody on Turtle Island, on this whole entire land that we call the USA, this whole world, that there's turmoil everywhere. So when we dance these, we think about those ones over there in that big water, our warriors that are fighting over there. We ask our Creator to watch over our relatives that are fighting for us, so that way we can be here and we can do these things. So with that, we'll sing that closing song, and I would like to thank everybody for enduring my vocalizing here. A little bit long-winded, but if you knew me, then you knew me, and you know me. So, all right, I'm gonna get off the mic now. Thank you.